The Price of Freedom, Part 2, A Wonderful Story by King Emphas.
Juliana stood outside Bobby J's apartment, the weight of her pregnancy dragging not just her body, but her spirit. The night was cold, her feet swollen, her eyes tired from crying. But when Bobby J opened the door, she smiled. For once, someone had welcomed her in. "Don't worry, baby," he said, slurring from alcohol. "You're safe now. I'll take care of you." Juliana believed him, because hope was the only thing she had left. For weeks, Bobby J played the role of a caring lover. He fed her, bought her new clothes, took her to nightclubs, and even rubbed her belly at night. But behind the curtains of that apartment, a storm was coming. One fateful night, Bobby J returned home drunk, laughing loudly, throwing his jacket on the floor. "Juliana, guess what happened at the club?" he said, dropping onto the couch. But before he could finish, the front door burst open. Boom! A woman in her late 40s walked in, fierce and cold, flanked by heavily armed private security agents. Her presence froze the air. "You thief," she spat, pointing a pistol directly at Bobby J's head. "Did you think you could run forever with my money?" Juliana jumped to her feet. "Who are you?" "I'm his wife. The one he robbed. The one who funded his fake life." Juliana staggered backward, the truth cutting deeper than any knife. Bobby J's wide eyes darted between the gun and Juliana. "He lied to you, girl. He's not a lover. He's a criminal." The woman turned to Juliana, softening slightly. "You have 10 seconds. Walk away now, and I'll let you go. Stay, and you'll be arrested with him. The EFCC is waiting outside." Juliana stood in disbelief. "Go, Juliana," Bobby J cried. "Don't let them take you." Tears streamed down her cheeks. She grabbed her bag and ran, never looking back. Now homeless again, pregnant and broken, Juliana wandered the dark streets. Her mind was blank, her body weak. She had nowhere to go. But fate had another twist. She stumbled upon a street corner where a man was dragging a young woman by the arm, Natasha's older sister, Sonia. The man raised his hand to hit her, shouting that she had cheated him after a one-night stand. "Leave her alone," Juliana screamed. The man turned. Before he could react, Juliana picked up a wooden plank and slammed it against his back. He collapsed, groaning in pain. Sonia, breathing heavily, grabbed her money and looked at Juliana. "You've changed. You're not that innocent girl anymore." Juliana smiled weakly. "And you're not just Natasha's sister anymore either." Back at Sonia's house, Juliana poured out her story. The betrayal, the pregnancy, the lies, Bobby J's arrest. Sonia nodded. "I didn't finish school, Juliana. I had no support. That's why I do what I do, to send Natasha to the University of Nsukka. She must become what I couldn't." Before she left to travel abroad, Sonia took Juliana to Madam P, the infamous brothel matron. With nowhere else to go, Juliana agreed to work. Pregnant and desperate, she became one of the most requested women in town. Months passed. She gave birth to a baby boy. Madam P smiled and said, "Now you're ready for the big leagues. You've earned it." She was sent to the city, where she met Mr. James, a wealthy widower who lost his wife and son in a fire. He had cancer, but never told her. Instead, he gave her books, wisdom, and hope. "You have a voice that can calm storms," he said. "My friend owns a company. Go there. Be their secretary. You can build something." Juliana, hesitant at first, took the job. One afternoon, the CEO heard her speaking on the phone. "Who's that voice?" he asked. Within a week, Juliana became his PA. Mr. James supported her, even when she doubted herself. One day, he handed her a jam form. "Write this. You're bigger than your past." She passed, with distinction. And when the results came, she was offered a scholarship to study in Switzerland. Years later, Juliana stood by Mr. James' grave, her son Gabriel beside her. She wore a white dress, not to mourn, but to honor him. He died quietly, without a family. But she decided to carry his name, Juliana James, and her son, Gabriel James. She returned to Nigeria, now a graduate and a businesswoman. The company she once worked as a secretary, she was now its manager. One day, she got a call. "Juliana," the voice said. "It's Natasha." They met in a high-rise office. Natasha now worked in a bigger firm and wanted a partnership. But her boss wouldn't approve the contract. She begged Juliana for help. Juliana pulled a few strings. The deal went through. She was given 5% of the deal, a reward for her influence. Now wealthy, respected, and focused, Juliana raised her son with dignity. She never married again. Not because she didn't believe in love, but because she had already met the only man who believed in her when no one else did. Mr. James. She built a foundation in his name. And every time she looked at her son, she whispered, "You are the proof that I survived."
Story to be continued. If you love this story, please share, comment your review, like, and subscribe to this channel for more wonderful story.